Well, how the hell are you? We could use some of that here. Great state of Minnesota. They're laughing. The crowd is on their feet. Yeah, it's March 29th, 2025. Leaving the airport, made a little grur today. We're supposed to get some snow tomorrow, I guess. I don't know. So, got a while. I'm going to go to a motorcycle show out in St. Paul. I can't remember what the hell that thing is called. Donnie something. I went to it last year. I do it for the other channel. You know, I might do a Crush for Christ leaving the place, whatever we're going to take the DJI out there for, and we'll do it. But have the wife drop me off, save a little girl on parking. It's not worth paying $20, and then we'll go out there. I was going to do a fear mongering last night, but Thursday night, I had like my blood fell down to like 92 for some reason, and I kind of passed out. And I sat I was like really tired, and I fell asleep in the chair, and she thought I was dead or something. I said, no, it just took a lot out of me, and I was tired at work all day. Put like 900 miles on that truck all week. I was just too tired to do a podcast. Took a nap, and then went Chinese and came to work. Get up at 1:30 in the morning. So I figured this audio on the way home. We're on the Cowpote podcast on Spreaker. It's a beautiful day to be alive. It's cloudy out, 45 degrees. I can hear, I can see, I can feel, I always say, right? A lot of people, I listened to a lot of Vietnam videos today about what people went through to Vietnam, people getting killed and whatever else, and didn't come home. And we always talk about all the branches and all the wars that they went through, and not a neat good thing. Anyways, you guys, but welcome to the audio version of the video platform. It's Chipotle, Cowpote, Cowboy, Jeff Robe, Miss Cargirl, whatever you want to. I've been called many, many names in my 18-some years of being in the realm of podcasting and making videos. So the motorcycle can be fun. So anyways, let's talk about two subjects. I was going to talk about the king, right? He got up on his e-begging hunches on Thursday. I listened to the first 20, and then I went kind of through it. He got to talking about beers, which was pretty interesting, kind of stupid. It's very subjective. Like, I like tall women, okay? Short women, if I wasn't married, I can make somewhat an exception for short women. Not really. So I'm proud that I have gotten him to leave the garage. I mean, I probably put a burden on his wife, and I personally apologize, you young lady, having to take out your lovely husband out in the streets, the fake blind guy, whatever it may be, walking around. There's a guy on YouTube I've told before. His name is Blind Nation. He is blind. He comes and goes. He's been doing some flying stuff while he flies airplanes, whatever, on a computer. And if you have to be in the chat room, which I'm not, but it will tell him what they're saying in the chat. But it will read it to him. You can hear it, read it to him. Okay. So he did the first. I'd say he was Trigger City. That high beta cock, balls have to drop. I do all this stuff. I work real hard. I leave the house and blah blah blah. All this stuff and all the haters out there. It's mainly, it's just me and then Carl. I push back on him like he's done for years of pushing back on Tater, who went on a cruise, poor man cruise. He's supposed to be a nomad. Nomads don't go on cruises. They stay home. They stay on the ground, so whatever. I'm going on Royal Caribbean. We're gonna sit through next Sunday for 90 minutes. Sit down for a thing. We get a free 7-day cruise and free flight if we want to upgrade. Whatever she wants to sit through 90 minutes, I go fine. So that's next week over in Eden Prairie. We sit there and sit through and listen. But he pissed and moaned about all the hard work he puts into his videos. Hey, I point and shoot. When I go to that motorcycle thing today, I'm going to walk around. I'll do maybe 4 or 5. I'll show the motorcycles. I talk about whatever. And that's what I do. But he's all bitter that he makes that choice to edit, walk around his town and scare the local people that some, Ace Frehley or some rodeo guy is walking around town. What the hell did my did I forget it, or what the hell did it go? I got the, oh, there, okay, so got it. For a minute, I thought I lost my lantern. I'm like, oh, God, if I can get it, I got it. I had it around my neck. Usually I always make sure I put it in the car in a certain spot. Anyway, so he was pissing and moaning, triggered, yelling about all the haters, and because no one's really pushed back on the fake blind guy. No one's really said anything to him like I have, ripped on the guy. He says he doesn't listen to Sarasota Timmy, but does, watches him. It's blind views. That's the way I hear it, okay? Because you're blind, you don't see anything, okay? That's whatever he's doing. He turned heel on Trump the other day, bitch about something the hunch has done. But it was pretty funny to listen him piss and moan, whining and complaining. Ranting and raving about it. To me, it was funny, made me laugh that he's trying to find excuses for his behavior, whatever else, and walking around. And then he's showing trains in his last one. I watched a little of that one, where he was talking about stalking with, we'll talk about New York Dan here, the loner of YouTube, going cruising by himself. You're showing trains. I thought you ripped on people that talked about trains. I mean, my dad worked the railroad. Trail behind me used to be a railroad track, Chicago Western. My dad worked for that rail line. So I hear a train, I think of my father. I think they're cool. I do some rail fanning, whatever. But he was rail fanning in it, the blind guy. You better be careful. You're run by a train, bro. Homie. But, I didn't know you could see the train. I thought you were blind. You shouldn't see the train coming. Follow it a little nice, right? But, so he was out pissing and moaning about stalking, but the live stream was epic. I assume people were giving him money as usual. Mr. E-Beggar, talks about that one guy I talked about, the guy getting the wish list behavior, which I'm not surprised. People love to give that stuff out. He's just jealous that he's not getting anything from all his people, okay? But it's kind of funny to hear him whine and piss and moan and get all triggered and yell and holler and that high beta cock voice that just the balls have not dropped, right? So he's whining and pissing on it, right? So I kind of forward a little bit, and he gets to the part he was ranting and raving about beer. Okay, here's the deal. I'm a casual drinker. I've been drunk in 31 years. Come up here in April. It'll be the 31st anniversary. We're going to St. Martin. Okay, we're going to go DV a little bit and have a good time, right? We're going to have the time of our lives. Okay? It's in the eyes of the beholder comes the beer. What's that Miller Genuine Draft? I do like that beer once in a while. I've had that. I remember when Zima came out, and it was I'd say 31 years ago, and we were in Telluride, and it came out. Let's try. It was malt liquor. It was at Coors makes it. Oh, it was a very refreshing malt liquor clear beer. Okay, whatever. I've drank. I've been to Germany with a friend many years ago. It was fun. You go during their beer thing. We have Shell's beer here in town. Shell's a low budget beer, Grain Belt beer. When I travel somewhere, I always say, "What's the local beer?" I have a pop machine it's a 6-shooter. It's free, and I have free beer in there. And whatever comes out, I put Black Label in there. I put Pabst Blue Ribbon in there. I put Old Milwaukee, Grainy. So you don't know what you're going to get. And people piss and moan. Listen, it's free. So I put in all kinds of weird beer. It's beer, man. He was ranting and raving with somebody. Just because it's expensive doesn't mean it's going to be any good. I just like steak, right? I've had steak at steakhouses that called Porterhouse over in Lakeville. Murray's in downtown. Murray's and Manny's downtown. Well-known steakhouses. Okay, I've had good steak, and I've had steak before at Denny's or somewhere in some part of the country. Hey, the steak was good, man. I can grill steak. Anybody can. I mean, Timmy, I guess, can grill steaks. Even the flake blank guy could grill me a steak in his backyard and put meat season on it and make it good for me. I soak mine in 57 sauce and ketchup, my steaks, for 24 hours. A little bit of wine in there, and then I throw it in the grill. That's the way I do it, and there's your steak, right? Beer is what my father-in-law loved. Bush beer. It's what he drank. Bush Light. It's my auntie liked blackberry brandy. What she would drink. I just arguing about expensive beer. I've had expensive. Look at champagne. I've drank, been to weddings that's very wealthy people getting married, and they've had very expensive champagne. $400 a bottle. Hey, nothing special. The Conte? What that one is called? My ex-fiance. We used to drink that some 35 years ago before I met my wife. Now it was decent. It was like, I don't know, $8 a bottle. It was just fine. And it tasted good. I don't know what's a big deal. It was, and it's just like pop. Okay, soda. What do you want to call it? I remember when Perkins had a 4-shotter Coke machine. It was 25 cents, and the Mountain Dew run out, and the Coca-Cola, and there was Tab in there. It was diet. I learned to like it. What's the song say? You'll like it now and love it later. It was a unique Tab. My mom loved Tab, and I'd go to her house and I'd pull it out of the refrigerator and I'd drink it because I was used to Tab. My boss at Doorhole Printing, he wanted to have a pop machine in the back room, but I had to put Fresca in there, and he liked Fresca. Okay, that's what he had to have in his pop machine. He was the only one that drank it except some lady. To sit there and rant and rave and piss and moan because the beer's more expensive doesn't mean squat. They got that one in downtown Hopkins. There's 2 of them down there. They have samples of beer. It's expensive, but you get some samples, and they have blondes that have like a horrible aftertaste, like a cigar. I like smoking cheap cigars. It's simple. It's easy on the mouth. It tastes good. I've had Cuban cigars before, allegedly in the Caribbean, and they're nice. I like the grape ones. They're nice, whatever it may be. When I smoked cigarettes, I smoked Cowboy Killers. It's what you like. But to piss and moan to somebody about beer just shows the guy's life is kind of shallow. That he thinks because, again, spending someone else's money, that you buy like Heineken beer or whatever, or some Canadian beer, and a Lighthouse is a heavy beer. We have Pig's Eye here in town, very heavy beer. Had it a few times. Stroh's beer. Coors is okay. Bud Light is like easy, whatever. It's just kind of funny to hear this grown-ass man fight with somebody, I guess, in the chat room, because he also kind of triggered himself by, he goes around and reads people's messages below. So he reads other people's stuff. Not a lot of people make comments on my stuff. They have, but he argues with other people. When he goes into the hater channels and reads, if he goes to Sarasota Tim, and we all know he watches them. It's a bull-faced little lie. Tim lives in his head rent-free. Shout out to Eye for Eye today. Put out a good one about the stalker and his buddy. That still was a weird live stream he did with that one guy in a Denny's doing a live stream. That's kind of strange. A hater video. It's weird. But it was interesting. So at the very, very end, and at the end, what does he do? At the very, very end, he says, I need 3 people to go buy stuff to give me money. And like Carl said, they're going to 1099 your ass. Now you're going to get another one, I'm going to buy it. I'm not going to buy anything because you tell me to. I buy it from people I know that have actually bought it. Anybody has a wife knows when they're out in the public, they'll see some woman with her shoes on. Where'd you get those shoes? The woman that actually bought it herself. My wife does all the time. Where'd you get that shoe? Where'd you get that dress? Where'd you get that? I'm the same way. If someone has something, hey, where'd you get that? They bought it. Not because some fake blind guy on YouTube decides to, be a grifter, give me money. So it was pretty hilarious to see him be all triggered and pissing and moaning and whining that puts all this time into his videos. Oh, no one cares. No one cares. Just sit in your studio, grab onto your microphone. You're above the garage. Don't make your lovely wife take you out, bring you around like a little Evelyn. You walk on your little camera and edit, whatever. We're happy for you because you have nothing better to do. I went to work this morning, made a little over $300 in cash in my pocket that I can spend, okay, whatever I please, I don't ask for one. I ask where the bathroom is, I ask, can I go here? Can I go there? Can I have that route? Can I get out of here? Can someone else take this for me? Blah, blah, blah. It's just hilarious and embarrassment at the same time. So it was funny to hear the king literally go off the deep end and whine about beer when it's in the eyes beholder, okay? Just because it's expensive doesn't mean the beer is going to be good. And now it's like podcasting. There are so many breweries out there. They close them down. The dangerous brewery is closing. If I'm going to have a brewery tomorrow, I'm going to have my own little restaurant in there. Maybe 10, 12 beers with grain belt. And you're going to come in, watch sports, have a TV, and your basic finger food, but a place to come to enjoy besides just beer. That's why they closed. I'm not at a food truck. I'm going to have some geek in the back making my food for my place. I get it. You can have your own brewery, but you got to have your own food, and you have an atmosphere, okay? Whatever it may. Come for the beer, stay for the food. That's my, whatever it may be. Cowboy Brewery, 8 beers, have a Republican beer and a Democrat beer, whatever it may be. Have some fun. Bring your growlers. I'm not going to can it. I'm just going to tap it and come and enjoy yourself. I make money on the food, okay? The beer pays the bills. So anyway, so I saw he did that video, the King, right? The King of Hater, right? Ace Frehley, Howard Stern. He did the video. Of course, he had Sarasota Tim. He's watching Sarasota Tim because I'd seen. I think Carl told me, and then I think I saw it come through. I did not watch it. I said I've seen 2 videos because I get Sarasota stuff coming once in a while. And I don't care. I'm not going to watch that guy because it was something about Stalker. So, all right. So I figured, all right, I got to listen on the way in, half hour to get into work. So I listened to the Stalker himself make it plausible deniability. I've heard that before in court many, many times. It's the plausible deniability. All right. He's a nice man, but he's kind of like life in the vibe, and morning. And he's the same way. New York Dan, and he's kind of a Forrest Gump. Lives alone, whatever, goes on cruise alone. Same thing with morning and life in the vibe. They don't have other things. My outlet. This is fun to do. I like doing it. I work for a living 7 days a week. Okay, we're going on vacation, me and my wife, not by myself. Okay, I've gone on business trips by myself for the hair care company, but you'd go to meet somebody. But I've never I'm going on vacation myself, honey. No, he did a 30-minute plausibility of deniability that it was somebody else that he was. If you have to do that whole video, you're guilty as charged. Here's the problem. These people come up obsessed, and I've spoke about it with Wonder Hussy. She spoke about this. Well, people come and knock on her goddamn window. Because she used to be a former new model, and you can go see your YouTubers. I had somebody again, the 5th person yesterday at Cub Boots in St. Louis Park. The lady walked by me, and she goes, BlindViews. And I looked at her, and she goes, give the good work. Chipotle. It was so hilarious. My wife, what's that? I go, they call me Chipotle. So she turned and looked at the lady and she goes, he's my YouTube crush. BlindViews. I told her, oh, that's right. So I'm calling him Chipotle. She laughed. She goes, BlindViews. That was just so hilarious. Second person in about 4 days that recognized me. Someone recognized me down at the scrap yards. That was funny. But she goes, BlindViews. But, they get overly obsessed with people on YouTube, and what's her friend, another woman I'll support, watch her, but whatever she does, go listen to it. Wandering Gypsy had somebody my age doing videos or sending her emails, hey, I was where you're at, where were you, stalking her. I don't know whatever happened with that, if he finally stopped and she had went to the police, because, she's a female. Men are visual. And, whatever it is, she's a woman because she's attainable because she's a YouTuber. And people like that young man, a little obsessed with Timmy going down. I could see, my wife wants to go down to Treasure Island down there. She loved Clearwater. I could see driving through the town, going somewhere, like walking through it one time, but I'm not going to go looking for the guy. Hey, look, I'm in his area, man. I'm walking through the town, whatever. You drive, I don't know, something, whatever's in that area. I think there's a mini putt there in that town. I played the mini putt there. It was kind of a cool. Hey, we're mini putting here at this local area right here in Bremerton. I'm having fun with him, but I'm not going to go walking into where the hell he lives at, which I guess he said somebody else was. So Timmy's getting scared. I don't get it, because he does carry weapons, but I don't think that's going to happen. And I don't know. I've never understood the fascination with Timmy. I found this whole group through the hell's that Troll Patrol, because they got bored. And then I found, I did remember I did the video when I was in the woods by my house that I was looking, and what's his name thought I was actually there screwing around. I'm surely not going to go to New York, or go to down there to Sarasota looking for this young ass. If I'm there on vacation, we pass through. I do a fun video in the town and walk around. I was looking for the guy. It's a 11-minute video. Didn't find the guy, but we had fun in Sarasota, and that's the end of the video. But I'm surely not going to some campsites. I'm not going to where he lives. So I just thought I'm not surprised. Not surprised at all. This kind of behavior goes on YouTube. People get obsessed with YouTubers. And I told you, Wonder Hussy, people would come and knock on her door. There was one guy in her small town there where she lives. He waited for a whole week to find her. There was a guy, he finally ran into her. Like I've said before, if I was in her town for some reason, driving through, hey, Sarah, I'm going to be going through your town next week. Are you going to be around? Love to meet you and buy you lunch and bullshit with you. And, she said, no, that's cool. The one-legged miner lives close to her, and people have knocked on his door, walked around the back. I would send an email, hey, I'm going to be in the town. Can I get a tour? Because he has tours of his mine. But I'm surely not just going to show up at his front door and knock on his goddamn door. He runs a business. It's just bizarre that Edward James Hubbard, legendary figure in the Haggett family, a guy that loved Edward. There was some YouTuber he liked in Colorado. He lived in Denver. And he literally hung out in downtown Denver till he found the YouTuber, because he did all of his videos in downtown Denver. And I've told the story when a good 10 years ago, when those gay people were slaughtered in Florida, she was a YouTube singer, and she would do shows, and people would come and shake her hand, and she'd give me a hug. The last guy in the line, what did he do? He shot her, because he was obsessed with her on YouTube. Hey, if I was in love with Helen Hunt, it's just not, I love her. I just can't go find her. Or what's her name got stalked one time? What the hell's her name? She did a big tour. What the hell's her? I can't remember her name is, but whatever, the blonde. I'm driving, but tells her name. She did a big tour, and people have stalked her and jumped over whatever. It's just weird. I don't, it's strange as hell. That I get it. I've been giving shit, but to do a video, it's almost like deniability is accountability. To do a 30-minute video and not really look at the camera, kind of that smirk on his face. If he put a bullet to his head, it'd be like, that was a poor choice. I get ragged on the guy like Carl does, but it's just driving around, look for the guy. Don't you have? There's got to be something better to do in life than go look for a guy from YouTube who is a bold-faced liar more than I do, and just is a waste of good suffering. We all know he like that song. He lives in their head rent free. He does. I don't know why people waste their time with this guy. And I agree with the king, but people just love to watch the same crap over. Hey, now on my Cowpote adventure, I've had getting 30, 35, and I get it. Going up the boardwalk on my little trip, it's point and shoot, watch the whole thing, 9.5 minute videos, whatever they're getting, it would be more entertaining to watch that and get an idea, or sit there and watch some guy go to McDonald's. But I feel sorry for you, like Carl and everybody else. Watch this guy and critique the guy. I think Danny's getting a little mental up in the head, and I think he's got to learn to move on to something more substantial. I think he's actually obsessed with him and would love to meet him. Which Tim would be great to hire for a salesman. He'd be good because he's real good at lying. He'd be a great politician, but he'd be great to hire to be a salesman to sell snake oil. He'd be a great what do they call those multi what do they call MLMs selling Amway or something. He'd be great at that. He'd be epic. He'd be perfect, share his he'd probably get a lot of people to do it if he did. If he was an Amway distributor, he'd probably have a bunch of people working on it because he'd be like, this is the greatest thing in the world. He'd be real good at it. Most lose money, but he'd be so good at that because people, for some reason, adore this guy. But I just couldn't do the show tomorrow. I couldn't do it yesterday, excuse me. I was just exhausted all day. I can't do a podcast. I'm tired. I'm doing this while I'm driving in my car. But I don't know. It was just to get up there in New York, Dan, and do this 30-minute. I listened to it when I was driving, and I'm like, to do this deniability, accountability, plausibility, blaming somebody else, plan B. I cry for you at night, man, that you're so obsessed that you go on a cruise by yourself. That's very lonely, okay? Unless you want to get your balls cracked. It's a single one, I get it. If you're a gay man or whatever, or I'd rather go on a cruise with a gay man than by myself, Just bring some Vaseline, say, listen, if you have to have it, just don't tell anybody, I guess. And then just quietly stalking somebody. I don't know, whatever the YouTubers I know that live, I like me stalking the king, right? I'm going around that cesspool city and state of Pennsylvania. I've been to Pennsylvania. Ashland, I've been with my Uncle Rugburn. He did some security. We went to, while he did work, I went to what the hell is that place? Centralia, Pennsylvania, when it was, before they filled the highway in and before they took down the ballpark. That was a cool, Centralia has been on fire since 1962. So, Haggy rants with me because I've talked about the New World Order. It's a cool town. They started that damn fire. It's their own damn fault. And they blame the government. You would have put it out, you'd still be around. Dummies. I love they blame the government. But it'd be like me stalking him in Harrisburg, walking around, waiting for him to come out of his house. Hey, man, King, it's me. It's Chipotle, man. Let's have some cheap beer, dude. I don't think so, man. I think he'd be a little freaked out, and they'd be right to be kicking my ass. So, hey, man, what's going on, dude? Hey, man, it's me, man, Chipotle. What about it, dude? I don't think so. That would be a stalker. Not going to do it, Again, I can see if I'm going through the town for some reason, and I stop over and I do a video in the town, man, and I was looking for this guy wearing the hell easy, but I'm moving on. It's a trigger video, but I'm not staying there looking for the guy. You walk down the downtown, there's a nice little town here. I looked for the guy, I couldn't find the guy. I have to get going. That's unplanned, but you do it and you put it up. You're already at home. It's a week later. You're long gone. It's a one-time video, but you're doing it because you're in the area. Oh, God, this dog has this huge stick. Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. But, yeah, I just thought it was kind of sad, embarrassing that this stalking stuff going on. And the beer conversation is so stupid. It's what beer you like. Okay? If you're ever in town, get some Grain Belt. Get some Shell's beer. Shell's bought Grain Belt, and it's a good beer, inexpensive, it's easy on the palate. Yes, Germany's got some good beer. They really do. I love a good blonde beer. I do. But it's all subjective. I don't like short women. Blondes I like a good redhead, black hair, whatever, long legs. I get it, man. But I'm a married man. But casual beer drinker. Really am. I've been drunk. But I just... I guess I could choke on a black label if someone gave me one. It's a beer, man. It's refreshing, dude. That's just dumb. But when you spend someone else's money, like he likes to do, it's. Remember, he's got. Go to Amazon for him. He'll tell you what to buy because he's a grifter, right? It's got beer. But anyways, Carl, keep on trolling. And Mr. and also Eye for Eye, keep up with the songs. Going after the young lady, I am lonely girl. Because these people live alone. They do. They all live alone. And their family is the camera, just like Daily Woo. His camera is his life. And Carpetbagger, same thing. Jenny Penny is his housekeeper. And even Wonderhuss, he said in a video one day, I felt like she has no friends. She's got YouTube. Her sister in YouTube, because she has 120 hours a week. I feel sorry for her. It's a shame. Nice lady, but she can't go anywhere unless she has a camera in her hand. Okay? It's just too bad. But, I mean, I enjoy YouTube. I listen to a lot of fun stuff. Anyway, we're pulling the hood, you guys. We're going to go to the motorcycle show. Auto be up. Appreciate it. May listen to the show. Make a comment down below, whatever it may be. All right. So, I was a little on for 30. Took my time to get home, so. All right. Lightning. Remember the military of the armed forces, all the branch out to you guys. Appreciate it very, very much. We are commercial, music-free, begging-free podcasting here. We're on the phone, so I don't know sometimes how it sounds all perfect, but bell's on. That's right. It's time for stalking. So, BlindViews was good to see Trigger City and the New York Dan Stalker drama. So, anyways, you guys, I did not have sexual relations with that woman. Miss Lewinsky. See you guys all later. Bitch, please. Bitch, please.